he's not as chubby. Oh, he's gotta be. This is the same model, isn't it? Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Dream Daddy, a daddy dating simulator. Before we continue, I'd just like to address something. I was kind of skeptical about this game when it was coming out, because I had heard people talking about how it was kind of virtue signaling, which, by the way, is a term I have not heard out of context in any other context but this one. Virtue signaling is basically MRA speak for you're trying to be good, and it comes from essentially how people would pay money to look like they were good, like buying pink ribbons and stuff like that. I kind of get the idea of what it's coming at. I mean, this is obviously catering. Catering is the wrong word, but this is obviously a game that's meant for okay, what I thought this was that it was a game intended for a very specific type of audience, and that audience probably not being queer people or LGBT. But when I've been playing this game now for a little bit, I just have to say the writing is spot on, it's funny, it's engaging, the art is amazing. If this is a typical example of virtue signaling, then sign me the fuck up for virtue signaling, because this game is good. This is a good visual novel slash dating sim, and I've played quite a few in my days. I've played some really terrible ones. This is one of the best, if not the best I played. So the whole fucking discourse about this game being problematic or whatever, I don't agree with it so far. I think it's sweet, adorable. It is doing a very good job, really, selling me on this. One thing I'm not super fond of is Joseph and Mary. I just now got that reference. How did I miss that? Anyway, I'm not super happy about being a homewrecker. And the reason for that is kind of personal. I'm not going to go into that because I feel awkward talking about it. Not super into that situation. So, not going to pursue Joseph. Just so you know. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I've read some stuff that it's way more complicated than it looks. And I'm sorry I might have shat a little bit on Mary in my live stream. But I'm not super happy about unhappy relationships. Unhappy marriages, essentially, is what I'm talking about. Well, whatever, that's not why you're here. You're here to watch me have fun with dads. With Brian, specifically, because Brian is a sweetheart. While I'm doing my afternoon word jumbles, I hear the mail truck pull through the cul-de-sac. I wonder if we got any coupons today. Coupons, Jesus. I'm such a terrible dad. I never look at coupons. Andrea is a master of couponry, though. The nice mail person slides a couple of letters in a large yellow envelope through the slot. It takes a couple of tries for them to get it in. Hey, my coupons! I take a closer look at the large yellow envelope. I lightly knock on Amanda's door. She probably has headphones on. Oh, that's right, she didn't get into the uni she wanted to get into. Oh, baby! I hope this is the one. Amanda! She yells through the door. What? I have something for you. I'm kinda busy right now, can you come back later? Alright, just thought you want this big old envelope we got from HIA. Yeah. Immediately, Amanda pushes her door open. Horn Institute for the Arts? I mean, if you're busy, I can come back. Father, please. Oh, I'm in her room. This is a cool room. I'm always like, when I look at rooms and TVs and games and they have all these cool decoration going on, I'm like, wow, my room did not look anything like this when I was a kid. I just had shit everywhere. Just books, comics, computer, small TV, video games. I hand her the envelope, which she tears open with her teeth. That's probably bad for your teeth. She doesn't seem to hear me and spits out a piece of envelope. Okay, confession, I used my teeth for pretty much everything until I was like 20. Then I discovered I had a letter opener for 5 years. She pulls out a letter and unfolds it. I used to take apart Lego that way with my teeth. And? The suspense is killing me. This is her dream school. Amanda's face is unreadable. I can't believe this. Oh, honey, it's okay if you didn't. I got in! Yes! She got in! Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's my daughter. Ooh. I got in! Amanda tosses the letter aside and gives me a big hug. Congrats, sweetie. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. She pulls away and looks at the letter again. Oh my god, I really can't believe I got in. Well, of course you got in. You're a great student, you nailed that interview, and your photography is incredible. Wait, Dad. I know this one's really expensive, and it's so far away. I think for a moment. HIA was one of the more expensive schools that Amanda applied to, but I know she's had her heart set on it for the longest time. Alright, just gonna take a break here and say, if you'd lived in Sweden, that wouldn't have been an issue. At all. Anyway, it'll be tough, but we're gonna make it work. I mean, sure, you'd be living on student loans, student apartments, especially in a faraway... if you live in a student city, it's not hard to find living place. Whatever. Sweden rocks, okay? I'm happy I live in this country. Really? Of course! Amanda hugs me again. Of course you can go there. Okay, hand on the heart here, I'd do anything for my daughter. I'd kill for her. Okay, sweetie, we're celebrating tonight. Dinner, your choice. Whatever you want. Wherever? Oh boy. Amanda and I walk along the bayside, tearing into our foil-wrapped burritos from a nearby food truck. Well, you could have chosen anywhere in Maple Bay. Cost was not a determining factor. Ah, please, Dad, you know I'm a simple gal. Just give me a burrito with a view. She's my daughter, all right. I can't say I'm mad. I'm a sucker for cheap junk food. Amanda and I sit in the patch of grass and watch ships sail lazily through the bay. Yeah. And the dorms are right near a bunch of cafes, and there are all these galleries nearby, and there's a discount if you bring your student ID, and... Amanda, slow down. You're gonna choke on your burrito. I know, I'm just excited. Did I mention that students get their own studio space once they're seniors? And we get all the professional photo editing software for free. It's nice to see Amanda so enthusiastic about HIA, but I wish she wouldn't do it between bites of her burrito. I thought I taught her to chew with her mouth closed. I wonder who my roommate's gonna be. You take a survey online and they match you with someone with a similar major and interests. I bet we're gonna be best friends. Craig and I were. A good roommate can be a lifelong friend. Bruh. But don't even get me started on bad roommates. Oh no. I'm just kidding. We didn't have bad roommates. Our only other roommate was a puppy that Craig brought home one night. We spent a semester fabricating a story about our new foreign exchange student who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. Call ruled. Ooh, they let you have animals in the dorm if you get a note saying you need one. I bet I could forge one. I think I'd get a rabbit. Or maybe a snake. Or maybe both. Would the snake eat a rabbit though? Oh boy. I think I'll leave all that up to you. She's so excited. I don't want to disappoint her, but I need to be real for a second. So, you know I had that talk with Mr. Vega. He didn't tell you about the dumpster fire, did he? What? No. I don't want to put a damper on the good... I don't want to put a damper on the good news, but I need you to knock it out of the park these last few months of school, okay? If you really want to go to Horns, we need that scholarship money. I know you can do it. Okay. Aww. I promise I'll try harder. Baby. I pat her on the back. I don't know if you can see the mouse pointer. I don't think you can, because I'm recording on Bandicam. God, I haven't recorded on Bandicam for ages. I've just been streaming from home. Think you can handle a 14-hour drive to come home for the holidays? There's gonna be some treacherous ice roads to cross. Oh god, 14 hours? And don't even get me started on the paranormal occurrences. Well, it'll be worth it if I get to see you. Oh, baby. My eyes immediately well up with tears, and they kind of are in real life. Oh, Dad, don't cry. Sorry, I'm just very, very proud of you. You're all grown up now, and you're such a good person, and I hope you know how important you are to me. I'm actually tearing up in real life, by the way. Dad, stop. You're gonna make me cry, too. It's too late, honey. It's happening. Dad, I can't get tears in my burrito. It's gonna make it taste sad. I pull Amanda in for a hug and kiss her on the forehead. Okay, anyone who said this game is virtue signaling, go fuck yourself. This game is great. Love you, kiddo. I love you too, Pops. It's just a fucking great game. I love it. Oh god, dad book again. Oh shit, I should have saved when I got to dad book it the first time. Okay, I want to go on a date with Brian again. Yeah. I mean, I could go with someone else, but I really want to go with Brian. This is a Brian run. Oh god, I actually started crying there for a second. Alright, Brian, I'm gonna send you another message. Oh, call someone if you're thinking about them. They probably want to hear from you. Hey, Daisy and I are going. Hey, Daisy and I are going fishing tomorrow. Are you in or out? Oh no, I've been dreading this day. Cucumber water. Cucumber water, by the way, super cheap to make, delicious. Slice up half a cucumber, put it in 2 liters of water, leave it in the fridge for a bit. Delicious. It's apparently good for your skin. Hasn't happened to me yet. My skin's just been as flaky as usual. I don't get sits, I just have really dry skin. Ugh. And now he's challenging me to another dad off. I've been doing my fishing research online, but I'm nowhere close to being an expert. Still though, I had to accept. I typed back to Brian. Sounds great, man. Super excited to catch all those fish, and my lawn could use another good mowing. I'll show him. Brian responds back, letting me know that tomorrow he'll pick us up at an hour I had previously forgotten existed. Man, that's gonna be a rough start. What, like 8 in the morning? Amanda! Amanda comes into the room from the kitchen, eating a cheesesteak by biting it off piece by piece like some kind of monster. I didn't raise you like that. What? It's called string cheese and not chumpy cheese for a reason, Amanda.
Aww.
Did you just call me in here to criticize my controversial string cheese eating technique or what? Oh, don't sass me, young lady. I mean, I know I taught you how to sass me, but don't sass me, young lady. No, Amanda, we have to go fishing tomorrow. Well, you had to go fishing. I get to play with Ryan's dog. How do I become a master of fishing overnight? You went fishing in the Girl Scouts, didn't you? Nope, my stint in the Scouts was brief and purely transactional. Though I could get free cookies, but I didn't know that I had to, like, be outside and tie knots and stuff. But I have to beat Brian. Dad, let me tell you a story. Do you remember last summer how I applied for a job at that coffee shop across town? Give me a refresher. During the interview, they asked me if I knew how to work an espresso machine, and I really wanted the job, so I lied and said yes. On that first morning, there was a line out the door, and within half an hour, I would severely burn my hand, and they told me to go home and never come back. I still have a scar from that. Of course I remember. What does that have to do with fishing? It has everything to do with fishing, you moron. The burn is a metaphor, Dad. I don't get it. You can lead a horse to water. What do horses have to do with fish and burns? Are you just being coy, Jacob? Dad, please. I don't get your obsession with competing against Brian. You wouldn't understand. It's a dad thing. Yeah, I'm sure it's a dad thing. Says the guy who was shouting over mini-golf just 1 episode ago. Please try explaining it to me. Okay, Brian's he just thinks that he's so much better than me, and he purposefully reminds me of that whenever he can. It's like he has to one-up me. I have to beat him at his own game. Is that what you think is happening here? No, Amanda. Okay, good. I know that's what's happening. Alright, Pops, we should both be getting some sleep. See you in the morning. Night, Panda. I love you so much, sweetheart. I brush my teeth and throw on some pajamas. I climb into bed, set my alarm, and close my eyes. They actually made her really likable. And I enjoyed that. She's sassy, she's funny, she loves us, I love her. Beautiful daughter, amazing, 10 out of 10. Would definitely have this daughter again if I could. Amazing girl. Okay, sleep. I am wide awake. This is my room. Looks a little bit too clean. Oh, there you go. Coffee cup on the nightstand. I can't help but think about the last time I went fishing, hoping that there's something I can glean from it to give me an edge over Brian. I was about 9 years old. My dad woke me up one morning and told me to get dressed and meet him downstairs. It was still dark out. I had no idea what was going on, but before I knew it, we were both alone on a freezing cold lake. I had to sit there for hours while it got hot and muggy, the air thick with bugs. I picked at mosquito bites while my dad sat in stony silence, fishing pole in one hand and a beer in the other. We didn't catch anything. On the long drive home, my father bought me a pack of cigarettes and I didn't say a thing. What the fuck kind of dad did I have? That didn't help, and I think I have some repressed sadness about my father. I'll deal with that later. Yeah, I was 9 years old. Why are you buying your 9-year-old son cigarettes? I'm sitting on a boat in the middle of a body of water. I can't see any land, but I know it's a lake. The water's placid and still. I'm holding a fishing pole. Okay, I'm really hung up on this fishing thing, am I? Aren't I? Blah. I don't understand why, but it feels like my life depends on catching fish right now. I cast my lure into the water and wait, and wait, and wait. My whole being is filled with hopelessness as I watch the line disappear into the depths below. You used the wrong lure. I look up and see my father, just as he looked that one cold morning, disapproving. I'm panicking now. I pull the lure up and try to grab a different one, but all the lures in my tackle box are the exact same. I look up to my father for guidance, but he's gone. I try casting again, but I can't hold my footing. My boat tips over and I fall into the water. Sinking further and further, I see the multitudes of fish that have been lying just below the surface, all swimming around me as if to taunt me. One fish swims up to me. He has Brian's eyes. You gotta fish, you gotta use a neutral buoyance lure if you're trying to catch trout, buddy. Oh God! I jolt awake to the sound of my alarm. It's fishing day. That would explain the weird dream. I groggily slip on clothes and get ready. That's terrifying! Buoyance something lure. That's what we need to remember that. I spot Amanda's door half open and see her still curl up in a mountain of blankets. Walking over to her bed, I give her a tiny kiss on the forehead. Fishing day, kiddo. You ready? No. Well, you gotta get up. I can't do this without you. Also, stop sleeping in your clothes. Amanda pulls her comforter over her head. Never. Amanda, I'll get up in a minute. Alright, Brian should be here in 20, so you better not just go back to sleep. Amanda sticks her hand through the blanket to wave me away. I'll leave her room and make myself some coffee and another cup with lots of cream and sugar for Amanda whenever she gets up. Amanda eventually wanders in and chugs her coffee while I do word jumbles. I hear the doorbell ring. That must be Brian. Oh boy. Oh boy. Brian. Still rubbing our eyes, we walk outside to see Brian. He's decked out in a fishing gear. Daisy's falling asleep next to him. Aw, poor girl. Alright, well this episode is actually running a bit long, but fuck it, we're gonna go on a date with Brian. Early birds get the worm, buddy. That's okay. I don't know how many more episodes I can do because that really wrecks my throat. You ready to fish? I was born ready. My eyes narrow in on Brian. It's a good day to die. Hop on in, guys. Let's get this fishing party started. I walk over to the driver's side door and open it. Woof, woof. Brian's dog immediately hops into the driver's seat, wagging his tail furiously. Oh, it's a cute little corgi. Can I see your license, sir? Maxwell, let Jacob sit. Maxwell obediently hops into the back to cuddle with Daisy. Amanda settles in next to Maxwell and Daisy and immediately falls asleep. You ready for an adventure? I'm ready for glory. I struggle to stay awake as we drive to the outskirts of town. Country music plays quietly from the radio as I watch trees pass by. So where exactly are we headed? It's about an hour north of here, a little spot I've been going to since I was a kid. My dad used to take me there all the time. I don't think anybody else knows about it. I brought everything we need so we can catch some trout, have a nice little fire, and enjoy the nature. My fishing pole is in the shop, getting it tuned up. Do you maybe have an extra I could borrow? Tuning up your fishing pole? Really, Jacob? Really? Clearly doesn't know shit about fishing. You don't tune up a fishing rod. You screw up a fishing rod. Get your terms right. But of course, it's probably not as nice as it sounds like yours, though. Like yours is, though. Yours, the... Blah, blah. Right. I am digging a hole here. Sorry for all the pauses, by the way, but I'm drinking cucumber water because Brian's voice is doing hell to my throat, but I can't change it now. I stare out at the forest lighting in the highway. The sun is just barely over the horizon, scattering dusky pink light through the trees. And for a split second, I spot a deer grazing on the side of the road before it leaps back into the brush. After a nice quiet drive, Brian eventually tells me to pull off the highway and onto a dirt road. The car bumps along until we reach a clearing that opens up to a magnificent lake. Well, here we are. I step out of the car and help Brian unload our gear as Maxwell runs around us barking. The kids wake up and wander to the shore where Daisy tries to teach Amanda how to skip rocks. Brian and I carry the tackle boxes and cooler down to the edge of the lake where he has a canoe waiting. Great, it's still in one piece. Hold on, help me out with Maxwell. I help Brian place a tiny dog-sized life vest onto Maxwell. Woof, woof. Alright, your turn. Maxwell is cute. Brian hands me a lime green life vest. Maybe if I fall in, you'll save me. If I fall in, I'm counting on you to rescue me.
Shucks.
Suit yourself. Shucks. Ryan turns to Amanda and Daisy, who are still skipping rocks. You kids want to fish? I'm good with just throwing rocks into the water. Amanda hurls a rock into the pond with gusto. Yeah, take that, water. Amanda, you're supposed to be skipping them.
Hey.
Is that what we're doing? Daisy, don't you want to fish?
Hmm.
I think catching fish is kind of inhumane. We're gonna go explore the woods and look at bugs and stuff. Alright, be safe. Don't go too far. Brian puts a life vest on himself and we throw all of our equipment into the canoe. Wait, why am I not wearing a life vest? This is way out of character. I would definitely be wearing a life vest. Sea safety is important, guys. I get into the canoe as Brian shoves off. We paddle together to get ourselves in the middle of the lake. Most freshwater fish usually feed at dusk or dawn, which is why I had to get you up so early. Yeah, I know. That's pretty common fisherman knowledge, after all. Fisherman knowledge that I am knowledgeable about. Still a gambling man? You know it. Let's see who can catch more fish. You can catch more than one? Sounds easy enough to me. What's on the line? Besides all the fish I'm gonna catch, obviously. I was thinking something a little more high stakes than mowing the lawn. Custody of our children? More than that. Let's say, if I win, I get your weed whacker. The Whackmaster 2000? That's a limited edition. But, if you win, you get my pole saw, the Reach and Cut 3000. The cordless version? That's the one. Shit. The Reach and Cut 3000 is state of the art. My weed whacker is a prized possession, but there are those hard-to-reach branches at the back of the yard that have been begging for pruning. You're on. We shake on it. I suddenly remember that I don't know how to fish. My foolish fatherly pride will one day be my undoing. It's my undoing right now! I watch as Brian ties a lure and does some stuff I can't quite follow with his fishing pole. He casts us into the lake. Oh boy, now I have to do that. I stare down at the tackle box and at the pole in my hand. Let's put some bait on the hook. I fished a worm from the styrofoam container Brian bought. It's slippery, but I think I can get it into the hook if I just focus. Oh god, I'm bleeding. Oh god, the blood's everywhere. The worm is not on the hook. Need some help? No, I meant to do that. The blood attracts the fish. They can smell it up a mile away, you know. I think that's sharks. No, it's definitely fish. Now what? I don't know what to pick. This is unconventional. I'm gonna perform a fish mating call. Oh no! Oh no! As you probably already know, fish also responds positively when tempted with a call of a potential mate. Observe. Gazing out of the lake, I prepare my call. Let me get that tail, you slimy fish. Okay, I'm officially uncomfortable. All part of the territory, Brian. I guarantee those fish are horned up and ready to get caught. Let's cast this sucker. I pull my rod back. I fucked up. Oh well. I mean, they can't all be winners. Once you do something, you gotta commit to it. I pull my rod back and launch the lure as hard as I can. And the lure flies off of the line and sails away, far, far away, landing in the lake with a loud splash. Sorry, I judged the wind speed wrong. This cold air drives the pressure down. Go ahead and take my pull. I know it's hard switching to a new pole you're not used to. I'll fix up another lure. Aw, sweetheart. Brian hands me his pole with a smile, and I just sit there feeling like an idiot. I'm sure he handed me his pole. Oh god. Okay, minigame. Fishing around here is easy. They group up. All you gotta do is line up 3 of the same species and reel them in. I need to match 3 of the same species, huh? Can't tell them apart.
Match that fish.
Oh shit, this is time. Okay, no, stay there. Okay, that's, okay, no, okay. Yes, nice match. Shit, they look the fucking same! No, shit, I just messed up. Okay, boom. Nice. Okay, more matching. No. Yes, okay, nice. Shit, yeah, you're right, I got this, baby. Okay, stay frosty, kid. Okay, shit, I don't know what to put, I don't know what to, no! I don't care, Ryan, I literally don't care. Shit, oh god. Oh god, I'm fucking up. Nice, there we go. Oh, there we go, nice. Okay, Jesus, this is stressful. There we go. Okay, and down. Yeah, there we go, I recognize that. Yeah, I got this. I'm on a roll, baby. Shit, I'm not on a roll. I don't have any idea what I'm doing. Match of the day, okay. Rainbow trout, oh shit, a rainbow trout. Okay, shit, no. No, I'm fishing for compliments. Oh no. Nice match. Shit. Okay, I 540.
Good work. Out of 2,000 points. That's the achievement? Oh, wow, this is way tougher than I thought. I look over to Brian, who's smiling and obviously enjoying his time out here on the lake. I will crush him. Suddenly, the fishing pole jumps in my hand. I reflexively tug upwards. I think I got something big. The tip of the pole dips down repeatedly and the line starts to run. Reel it in. I I finally get the fish right up next to the boat. It's a long, beautiful rainbow trout. Brian hands me a net. It's all yours. I lean down and notice my hands are shaking with excitement. This fish is bigger than all the ones Brian's caught. The pole saw is mine. No, I fell in. The entire canoe tips over with me. I find myself sinking into the lake. Should have taken the life vest. All of a sudden, I'm embraced under the water and pulled into Brian's arms. Thank you, Brian. I'm finally dragged upwards, sputtering water. All of our gear floats onto the surface. Maxwell doggy paddles around us in circles, having a great time. You alright? Does that count as one? Well, seeing as all our fish are now swimming safely back in the lake, I guess so. Brian laughs. Let's get you to shore. I can't do the gruff voice anymore. Sorry, my throat is hurting. Brian and I flip the canoe back over and fill it with our new soaking wet gear. Our now soaking wet gear, Jesus. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm already losing steam because this is doing hell to my voice. We row back to shore with Maxwell in tow. Oh, once we get to the beach. He's not as chubby. Oh, he's gotta be. This is the same model, isn't it? He's got a bit of stomach, but look at those arms. Holy shit, man. He's built. Once we get to the beach, Maxwell darts off into the wood. Brian takes off his shirt. Dots of lake water glistens in the sun across his strong back. Man, all that general contracting must have built that guy like an ox. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. I'm gonna get a fire going so we can dry off. Wanna hand me yours? Yeah, okay. I reluctantly take off my own shirt and toss it to Brian. I suddenly wish I had done more sit-ups in my life. Or any sit-ups at all, really. Another thing you bested me in, stupid sexy Brian. One thing, though, incidentally, because this episode is running long anyway, one thing I feel really stupid not noticing is the fact that when you're making your character in the beginning, there's two options with the same body. And I didn't really pay much attention because I'm a cis guy, so it never even occurred to me that they're binders, which is fucking amazing. Binders essentially is something to bind your chest up with if you're a trans dude. So, wow. Just wow. And it's not mentioned upon. It's not even called a binder. It's just there. It's there. And if you're a trans guy or if you know about trans people, you'd know about it. And you'd pick it if you wanted to be one. And it's just great. It's great. I love this game. It's great. You might as well fry that shirt up. Seems like it's the only lunch we'll have. Oh, the day's young. We can fish from the shore. Once Brian gets the fire going, I said and tried to dry off my pants. I want to do another fishing minigame. No, I finally got to figure it out. Brian sets a couple of lures out by the water's edge. We are probably going to have to put up the kibosh on the competition for now, though. Until another day. My stomach growls.
I don't know.
Are you hungry? Oh, I'm fine. Brian reaches into his cargo shorts and pulls out a few granola bars.
Hey.
I'm a small child. I am flushed with snacks. Brian joins me by the fire, and I accept the cargo short granola. And now we're back to waiting. Where did the girls get off to? Shouldn't they be back by now? I wouldn't worry about it too much. They're a couple of smart kids. That's what I'm worried about. They're too smart. They're probably established a small rural government by this point and installed themselves as leaders. I take a look around at the sun cresting the tree line, casting the entire lake in a warm golden glow. The forest seems to be coming alive now. Birds chirp in the distance. Wow, nature is beautiful. A mosquito bites me. I slap my neck and curse. Nature sucks. There you go, bud. Brian hands me a bottle of bug spray. I begrudgingly take it and douse myself. Ugh, I've always hated how this stuff smells. Really, I've always kind of liked it. Reminds me of being outside. Maybe you and I have different sentiments on the outdoors. Maxwell comes bounding up to me, a huge stick in his mouth. He drops it at my feet and looks at me expectantly. I'm gonna throw the stick towards the woods. Boop. Of course. Why would I fake out throw that? Why would it be mean to Maxwell? That's a terrible option, internet. I mean, game. And also the other one, establish dominance? No way. I hurl the stick as hard as I can towards the tree line. Maxwell bolts after it, running as fast as his stubby little legs can carry him. Which, consequently, is not very fast. It is very cute, though. Nice throw, Jacob. I turn away so he can't see me blush. Oh. Maxwell brings the stick back to me, clearly proud of himself. Good boy, Maxwell. You're a very good and speedy boy. You're the world champ of fetch. It's time for the pets. What's the plan? Rub that belly. Maxwell rolls over and lets me rub his belly. He wiggles on the grass, clearly loving it. I feel like a bit of a third wheel here. Where are my belly rubs? I'd give you some belly rubs. I'm so flustered I can barely say anything. I just focus on petting Maxwell and hope Brian doesn't notice how much I'm sweating. While I'm playing with Maxwell, fish begin routinely pulling on Brian's lines. I watch Brian effortlessly fillet the fish, squeezing a bit of lemon on them and frying them up in a cast iron pan. And before we know it, we have a feast fit for a couple of shirtless dudes. Amanda and Daisy emerge from the woods looking totally unscathed. Whoa, Dad, Bod Patrol, I'm gonna have to issue you both a citation and demand you both put your shirts on. There are children present. Brian tossed me his now dry Brian tosses me my now dry shirt. I pull it over my head, thankful that I will no longer be distracted by Brian and his pecs. His pecs. Where have you guys been? Studying entomology? What? We were playing with bugs. Entomology? Oh, that's not a joke. I expected you guys to be more covered in like mud and stuff, like with ants. Entomology, get it? Because entomology is whatever. Daisy looks offended. What do you take me for, a child? Amanda puts a hand on Daisy's shoulder. Right. She's up and ready to fight. That's what's going on. I saw a picture, a photo edit, you know, the cat with like a knife pointed at its face, and it looks kind of like, what do you think you're doing? I saw a picture of Chris just put it in the video. It just suits her personality so well. We take a seat around the fire, and Brian serves us all a generous pile of fish on paper plates. It's absolutely delicious. Why does he have to be good at everything? Fish tastes okay. Daisy and Amanda both nod furiously, mouths full of fish. It's incredible. I've never had fish this good. Yeah, it's great. Old Heart and Family recipe. Why are your pants wet? Well, Amanda, we were out there on the lake, and then I accidentally tipped over that boat. Don't worry, all the gear floated to the surface, so we didn't lose anything. Right, Jacob? Brian, you're making me look not bad in front of my daughter. That's really sweet of you. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I can't believe it just covered for me. Gosh, he even out-humbled me. He's trying to beat me at everything. No, he's not. He doesn't want me to look bad in front of my daughter. Even my world-famous sense of humility. yeah, world-famous, I'm sure. We finish our fish and end up playing catch with Maxwell for a little while before we decide to head out. After cleaning up the camp, we pack up the station wagon and let Maxwell into the backseat. Poor pup falls asleep in a cuddle puddle with Amanda and Daisy. They've had a long day. Been an ordeal today, bud. Do I not work? Am I not a working man? Because I ain't gone to work a single day in this game so far. Let me drive you guys home. I want to prove that I'm the most awake dad on the block, but yeah, I'm beat. Fine. As we drive away, I take one last look at the lake disappearing behind us, and I smile. Why is the music so loud in this game? And why is there no way of turning it down? That's like my biggest complaint. Like the only complaint I have with this game is that the music is so goddamn loud. I rest my head against the window and the low rumble of the dirt road beneath us lulls me into a peaceful sleep. Hey, sleepyhead. I open my mouth and realize that I had dozed off in the car. I self-consciously wipe a bit of drool off my chin. Oh, hey, I was resting my eyes. Just in case we suddenly have to jump into any sort of conflict, so I'm super awake for it. And ready to fight. With my strong arms. That's all good. You earned some rest, buddy. Thanks for coming up with us today. I had a lot of fun with you. Aww. Thanks for inviting us. I also had fun, actually. Glad to hear it. Take it easy, yeah? You too. Take it the easiest. Brian chuckles to himself as he unloads the car. Amanda and I get inside and immediately collapse into the couch. Long day. Yep. That was so close to that pole saw. Pole saw? Yeah, Brian and I were competing to see who could catch the most fish and... Ugh, stop. Why do you care so much? Amanda Panda, just look at the guy. He's so obviously got my number and he's rubbing my face in it. Dad, I love you, but you're kind of dumb sometimes. Dumb? Well, clearly it is superior dad. You know what? I don't have any of the energy required to properly unpack your weird fixation with asserting your masculinity. I'm going to bed. Night. What's with these accusations, Amanda? I am the best dad. That's a fact. It's not like he's trying to impress me or anything because he's maybe interested in me. Amanda slides off the couch and face down onto the floor. I am a tired slug. Amanda, the floor is disgusting. I haven't vacuumed it in days. I don't care. Well, night, honey. Night, pops. Date finished. Don't trust anyone who likes their meat well done. That is an advice I can get behind. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, that did not go well. Oh, I got...
What? Let me mow your lawn this weekend.
How did I get an S? I just did like a double take right now. I was gonna drink some water. How did I get an S? I guess because I was being nice to him, because holy fucking shit, I did not do well with... Did these stats even matter? They really don't look like it. Aw, soft boy. Achievement prize too. Well, it's been a long day, and it's been a long episode, so I'll see all you lovelies in the next one, which is going to be a different recording session, because it's going to be on Friday, I think, because Andrea's going to school then as well. So I'm going to record some more Dream Daddy. I am having a ton of fun with this game. Ryan is an amazing sweetheart. I love this game. Virtue signaling is bullshit. This game is genuinely very good. People who say that don't know anything about this game, or are jealous of it. I'm saving, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Virtue signaling my ass. Fuckers don't know a good game when they see one. This game's fucking awesome. I'm really happy the Game Grounds helped fund this. Or helped fund this. Produced it, essentially. Well, not produced, whatever.